Oi, welcome to Top End Customs. New episode on our Fiero. Can we get it to run? Stick around, find out. Alright, well, we've just connected the battery. It's a little bit dodged, but we should be able to fire it up. And we have stuff beeping on the inside, so that's a sign, isn't it? Definitely go. We've got an interior light. Alright, well, shall we do it? We've got dash lights. Nothing. I wonder if it's something silly like foot on the clutch. Okay, you just seen we tried to crank it and we had nothing. We got lots of beeps, lights and stuff happening. And we've got heaps of stuff disconnected, so after do some research, we got to jack it up. We will on the starter motor and see if anything there. Could be multiple millions of things. But before we see if it can run, let's see what it looks like under all that barn dust. So let's give it a quick wash. All right, so we gave the outside a quick little wash. It's been a few days. I have been busily working on my beautiful 38 Chevrolet. This little mate having a cough. Obviously ate more rubbish. That's what he does. Anyway, we're on the Pontiac. You would have seen we just washed it, so it's obviously a bit cleaner than it was, but not a lot. I think we'll give it a buff soon. I don't know when. But what I'm going to do is, because inside it is putrid and half rat smelly, not that smelly, but it's got some rat poop, and honestly, I don't like touching it or working on it when it's in this state. So before I continue trying to diagnose why we have a no crank, no start, no nothing condition, let's give this a clean. Let's give it a vacuum and a bit of a detail, and then we'll look at then we'll go from there, eh? So with that being said, let's get the vacuum cleaner going and let's start cleaning. Alrighty, so I think we lost a bit. We ran out of storage space halfway through this door card, so I don't know where we've seen up to, but it's coming up nice, isn't it? So we've done the door card, we've done the floor of this side. We've done with vacuum. We've done this door jamb, vacuum the seat, behind the seat, and all the dash and steering wheel. It's coming up beautiful. We've done the door card over there. Now we are going to have to pull the roof lining out soon. We've also, if we go around the other side, this seat, remember, was never in, so we're going to give that a vacuum and a clean while it's out. And this carpet, and as you can see, the tub in here is all being cleaned. Hey, it's coming out really nice, guys. Really nice. Almost new. So we've got all this underlay here. Underlay, yippa. Bit of Speedy Gonzales. We've got the underlay here. Pretty sure goes in over there. So I'm going to quickly vacuum all this, start installing that. Then I think we'll put the carpet up. We'll vacuum all the carpet out. Give it some spray good. We'll install that. We'll then clean the seat. We'll put that in as well. We want to get that roof lining out. We're going to re-stick the roof lining. And then we've got all these stuff to start cleaning and installing. And there's that much stuff unplugged. Alright, so if you're wondering why, there's that much stuff unplugged in there. I have a suspicion the reason we're not getting anything happening on the key, I have a suspicion that it's to do with something being unplugged or unearthed. So what my plan is I'm going to detail all the inside. Plus, I don't like sitting in dirty and touching all dirty there when we're working on it. You get diseases. So we clean it all, reinstate everything, plug everything back in, go over everything. You know, we've found some rat nests in there, like little ones, but possums or something. Get rid of all that. There's no fire hazards. Then we'll come to the back here and we'll try again on the startup procedure and we'll see what happens. So that's the plan. So we'll just keep kicking along and we'll come back in a bit. Oakley dokley, it is the next morning. You just seen we just did a few pieces and I really have to start working out where everything goes and putting some pieces back together on the car. So here's inside. We did that piece. That can't be bolted in yet because all that piece at the front, so we've cleaned them up, but we're definitely missing some bits. But what I don't actually know how it all goes together, right? But I've just worked out there's a piece over there that has to go underneath all of these trims for these trims to mount. And then I can't find other components. So I can't find the radio component. I can't find the vents that go above this. So what I'm going to do, we're going to vacuum the engine, well, what do you call this? It's not the engine bay, it's the boot, but it's the bonnet, but it's the hood. So I don't know what you call it. Anyway, we're gonna vacuum all this up and clean this, inox this, and then we're gonna start piecing some pieces back in here. That needs a hose clamp put on it. We've got all this wiring to sort out, but I've just worked out this is our overflow bottle that will go there, so we'll bolt that in. I think that maybe goes there, not 100%. We need something else so to mount there, so I don't know. I'm thinking that might go around there somewhere. But what I want to do is start going through this pile and working out what we've got and what we haven't. See, because just here I've found this is one of the pieces that I've been looking for the interior. So there's our air vents. Okay, so that's making more sense. And then this will go in here. That piece will go in there. And then there should be a radio that goes there. So yeah, we're starting to piece some more pieces together. So that can go in the cleaning bay. I think this is the other piece that goes down along the front there, along the door jamb. So yeah, what I'm getting at is I want to just go through and assemble a bit of the front at the same time, so we can start knocking through this pile and working out what we do and what we don't have. So, because I can contact the lady we got it from, and once I've worked out what we're missing, and see, and go back and have another look and see if I can find any other bits for it. Okay, but we can't do that with it all missing. So I do know, I've worked out, I've got a book, it came with a book, so just having a little read. It does have a clutch safety lockout, but I'm pretty sure I tried it with the clutch. But there's this big pile of wiring here, so we're not quite sure what that's for. So that's why I'd like to get all the components and get all that all plugged in. And we can eliminate that out of the equation then, see? I don't want to be sitting here chasing my tail on a no crank condition and it's just simple, something's unplugged. Alright, so we want to get all of that sort of buttoned back up, get all the front bit, work out what we do and don't have. Then we'll go, if it still doesn't start, we'll just get under and we'll just smack on the starter and we'll work from there. And if we'll see if we've got power at the starter, we'll see if the starter's kicking in, or if we got the starter stuck, or the starter doesn't work, and we'll work from there. But there's no point us doing that, and it's just because something's unplugged. Alright, so with all that said, we've got to stop. We're going to stop on here for now, for the time being. We can clean these pieces, but basically we're going to stop there, and we'll also be able to work out what hardware we need. So this is all that I've got. This is all the hardware I could find. Here's little matey saying hello. So obviously this isn't all of it. Okay, so we're going to need to buy screws and bolts, and so this way we can just piece a few bits together, start writing a list of what we've got to go buy, so I don't have to do 400 trips to the bolt shop. As you can see, this one screws in, and this other one doesn't, but it's not clipping in, so I think we're going to have to probably drill 4 little holes and we'll screw this one in to there. That's what I'm thinking. So I don't know. It's enough rabble. Let's vacuum the front and clean the front and start putting some pieces together. how's that looking? Pretty good, isn't it? Bonnet is on. It needs a bit of adjustment. I think it basically needs to come back a bit for it to latch. Remembering I've never worked on one of these, have no idea what's going on. So we've got these, we haven't tried them with the key, but we've wound these wound up and down, and from what I can work out, they just push up with the lights, the little bits on the bonnet. So yeah, from what I can see, the bonnet has to definitely come back before it will latch. We won't know about until we put the guards and bumper on. Okay, so now under here, I haven't got a latch yet, like a brace, so I've got no idea how it even works. So, don't know, but under there we've connected our radiator hoses with clamps. We've put the radiator overflow bottle in, but we need a cap. Our headlights are in, all our wiring's through the front, all the earths are done. I think I know where that goes, but I think we're missing another bracket, so haven't done that. We've put this piece on. It looks like our windscreen wipers are wrong, so that's on the list to find. So the front's nearly, I think that's sort of how it's meant to be. So yeah, we're looking for a latch for this. Our aerial we've got in there. Our spare wheel we've got. We don't have the jack, so that's on the list. So the front end's close. I think we're now ready to put our guards and we'll reassemble our bumper. We'll adjust this bonnet a bit in the morning. I am liking that. That's cool, isn't it? We'll get that latching. Interior wise, I think we basically pulled the roof. We're going to pull the roof out, I think. Pull the and we'll quickly glue that before we go any further with the interior. And we'll get that interior done, and Bob's your uncle, eh? So you're going to see this soon anyway in the back around, so we'll spin you around, and oh, for those of you who have been here would have recognised this. This has been hiding away, and where's the blue Chevy gone? Well, the blue Chevy is up here at the moment on the trailer. We're about to go on a, well, we're probably either on it or back home already when you see this video. We are taking that to near Melbourne in Victoria. So it's about a 3,000 kilometre round trip we're about to embark on to drop that off to someone who's purchased it. And I said that I would deliver it for the price. I'll deliver it. So we're going to go for a road trip. We go for a holiday, yeah. And you know what it means? It means this one has come back down, and I'm excited by this one. So this is a 1939 Plymouth, and it is the most aggressive looking thing out. This is one of the most aggressive body styles there is, I believe. The nose, the guards, the roof, the Widow's Peak. Oh, beautiful, 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 beautiful shaped car. So what are we going to do? Oh, I don't know, but oh yeah, we may turn this, we'll see what happens. We may turn this into a two-door coupe, and this may be one that we paint. Yeah. So keep your eyes out for future builds on this. Don't forget, we've got our Oakland in the shed, we've got our 38 Chevy in the shed, plus everything else. So there's lots happening around here. Woo! Alright, okay, we've got the headlining out. It did break a bit here. It is so fragile, so we're just gonna sticky tape that up basically with some aluminium tape. Now it's got all this scudge on it, so I just got a little baby white brush. Just gonna quickly run around like this and scrape it all off. So we've got something good for our glue to stick to. Then what we're going to do is get the contact adhesive, spray that all over this, pull this to the side. We'll grab our bit of fabric. We're going to just reuse the fabric that was in it at this stage. We'll see how it goes. If we can, we'll do the same. We'll spray the back of that. Then we'll just lay the two, give them a bit to tack off, put the other on, press it on, throw it back in. Okay, nothing fancy. In the future we may buy some other material later down the track, but at this stage we're not. We're just going to get this back in, and no one should ever notice that we've done it. And that's the plan. So let's get it done. As you can see, the front's assembled. It's not finalised, it will get done again. The front bumper's just kind of sitting on with a couple of screws, but we have put the black plastic in the bottom down there, and the bottom balance, spoiler, whatever you want to call it. Bonnet is latching, so that's all good. We haven't tried the headlights, we haven't powered it back up. Guards, we have 3 bolts across the top. We need to get some more hardware for that. So the guards in the bumper will probably come off and on a few more times to, we've still got to poke some wires through and hook up some indicators and what so forth. We've got our aerial on. Our windscreen wipers we don't have. In here, we're missing a few pieces in here, so I've sort of stopped in there, but we've got all our radiator and overflow connected, all our wiring's pretty much connected in there. We've jumped on the inside, we have pulled the roof lining out, and we have spray adhesive, re-glued it. It's not great, but it's a lot better than it was, and the interior is basically tacked back together. We've got to find some more. We've still got to put our seatbelt in and find some more screws for our plastics around this door, and we still got our center console is just basically pieced together. We need to find some more components and do a bit more plugging and stuffing around, but we've ran out of time basically. I really wanted to get the car polished and get all of that stuff in there finished, but yeah, we just ran out of time. I have to go away tomorrow to drop that car off, so we're going on a big road trip tomorrow. So we'll give you a few little looks around and we'll be back. So like I said, the door cards, we're all happy with the door cards. The carpet's nice. We've still got that bunch of plugs, those wires down there to sort out what plugs where. There'll be like one going into our heater assembly. There's one for the radio, which we don't have. And other than that, I'm not sure where the rest go. So we've got to try to determine where they are. The other side over there, that piece at the top is in. As you can see, the roof lining, it's not great, but it's a lot better. Pretty dark, sorry, but it's a lot better than it was. That plastic is just tacked in. We still got to put the seatbelt in behind it, and the bottom floor piece over there is just sort of tacked in. And our center console is going to have to come in and out a few times. We're missing the piece in the center there, I think, as well. We're missing a gear knob. So there's a few pieces we've got to source, and we've got to connect all our cables for our vents, etc. But I think you will all agree that that looks so much nicer than it did the other day. So that's the interior, looking pretty good. Now we started this off as, are we going to get it to run? Well, and we're not even getting there, are we? So you have to wait till next episode for us to see if it will run. I did some research, and it does have a clutch lockout, and I think a handbrake lockout as well. So it could be something simple as that. I think our next step, once we've got those plugged in, I'll just do all that off camera probably when I get back. On this car, our next step will probably be plug all them in, connect the battery, try again, jack it up, and we will start on the will it run then, okay? We also want to give the car another wash and a good cut and polish, and then we'll come through and we will address all our fitment in the front of it, and we'll affix all these parts permanently. But I think, as you can see, and you will probably all agree, it is coming on. So that being said, thanks for watching. The end's a little bit rushed, I apologise, but like I said, we have to leave first thing in the morning. So I will see you guys next week. Have a good one. Hey, thanks for watching.